38 male, wife, 38 female. Always get sick when I take vacation. My 38 male, wife, 38 female. Always get sick when I take vacation from work. She is a stay-at-home mom with lots of freedom. If she is having an off day, I encourage her that laundry and etc. can wait. I work 40+ hours a week at a salary job and it is high stress. It's not unusual to get calls after hours or work on Saturday. I'm active with the kids and also help with the house. When I take vacation from work, it's scheduled 30+ days in advance. Most of the time it's a stay-cat-ion, relax at home. She is well aware of the dates. It never fails. My vacation arrives and she is either sick or not feeling well, i.e. sore back. My plans get cancelled, like sleeping in or a morning fishing trip. She feels bad for feeling bad, usually cries, and spends the whole time in bed. This isn't normal. How do I deal with this? I've tried to discuss it in the past, but it just turns into her crying. This round I get 2 days off and suddenly her back hurts bad enough she can barely walk. She claimed that she cleaned all day, but the kids said she basically just played a computer game. Help? Update. Thank you for all the advice and comments. The plan is to split my vacation with her. The first half hers, the second mine. It's very possible that she is not intentionally being sick, but her body knows she can finally slow down and rest. We will also be going to marriage counseling, whether she wants to or not. Update 2. To clarify, by vacation I mean time off from work. During my vacation we split the time between 1 day for me, 1 day for her, 2 days with a sitter for us to enjoy together, and the rest is spent hanging out as a family. I help her with the kids and house before and after work. I also WFH some and help during those days too. It's not uncommon for he to leave the kids with me and go have lunch with a friend or visit the park. Getting a ton of sexist comments that I'm obviously a horrible partner and dad. I should give her more time, I love her, I'm doing everything I can, and asking her for advice. If this is how you feel, go away and take your man-hate out on someone else. Most partners don't do half what I do. Update 3. I'm going to schedule couples counseling and have an open conversation about it. I'll go even if she does not. This was suggested by a counselor. All the hateful comments are funny. Good reminder that people on the internet aren't afraid to be rude. Most of people seem to be SAHMs whose husband is also on vacation winking face. If a man did this to his wife, we'd all be screaming weaponized incompetence, which it absolutely is. This isn't okay and you're right to be mad, she is definitely manipulating you. I don't know why it's important to her that you spend your days off taking care of her, but that's something the two of you definitely need to talk about. ETA. Op. You say you work a lot. Is there a chance your wife is really desperate to reconnect with you and this is the only way she's figured out how to do it? I'm not saying it's a good or healthy way to go about this at all, but this might be your wife trying in a very clumsy way to communicate she'd appreciate you being around your family more. ETAPT. 2. Seeing a lot of interesting assumptions in the comments. I'm not male, my dudes. I'd get her a therapist. In the future, take a day or two where she doesn't know you're taking the day off and leave as usual, go golfing, or whatever. Call her out on her behavior. Hire a babysitter for the day. Many options if you really just need a mental health day. Also, maybe time to hire a nanny and let wife get a job. Stop giving in. Tell her bluntly that the next time you take off work, you will be keeping whatever plans you made barring actual emergency, like admitted to the hospital degree of emergency. That if she doesn't feel well, she can do like every other adult and suck it up. Also tell her that if she even hints at being unwell, the next time you have off, you will leave to stay in a hotel and shut your phone off. I feel like you already make up your mind that she's faking it to make you stay at home. I know some of stressed out mothers in my life who always ended up sick when they finally get some rest. It's weird I know, but have you considered it's a possibility? Crying doesn't mean no conversation at all. She can cry all she wants and you can choose to get over the discomfort of seeing her cry in order to have the conversation. It's not one-sided reactions, don't condition each other. Let her cry it out and still talk about it. Don't see tears and immediately stop all convo. And talk about why must she feel bad for being sick, what's the implications for her. My 37F partner 36M wants a paternity test and I'm devastated. ETA. It's only been a few hours but I want to thank everyone who left a comment. I'm trying to read as many as I can. I definitely needed some different perspectives. I did take the test yesterday and the results should be back by Friday. I will update after that. I'm grateful for all the advice and will consider what you have all said. I still don't know what's going to happen, but I really want to make this work. I 37, F. Just had a beautiful daughter with my partner 36, M, last Tuesday. She is perfect and we absolutely adore her. My partner is so happy and was very supportive during pregnancy and labor. Everything was perfect, or so I thought. We have only been together for 18 months and things moved quickly for us. We started living together after only 3 months and have been inseparable since. Even working in the same factory together until I went on maternity leave. My partner and I are both recovering addicts. I have 3 years and he has 2.5 years sober. We have completely turned our lives around and have the life I never thought possible. There has never been cheating on either side, but yes, there can be some jealousy issues. Now that you have some history, here is the problem. We came home from the hospital Friday and I was exhausted, so he took the baby while I slept. When I wake up he says, "You know I love you, right?" I immediately get worried that he says he wants a DNA test because he counted the days, and when I got pregnant he was in jail. He is still on probation and was driving without a license. This is not true. I got pregnant 2 months after he got home, and the cherry on top is we were actively trying to have a baby. I'm absolutely devastated and automatically felt different about him. I was tired and emotional, so I just cried. He is saying he doesn't trust me and I am angry now. We went yesterday to take the test and he paid $200. I'm not working and that's money we need. Our baby has jet black hair and he has blonde hair, blue eyes. Mine is dirty blonde. He says he just wants to be sure and has issues because of past relationships. I feel lost and unsure if I will ever feel the same about him. I don't have anyone to talk to about this because I am embarrassed, so I came here. Thank you for any advice. Sorry so long. TDLR. Me and significant other actively tried to have a baby, then after she is born he wants a DNA test. Need advice. My sister was born with black hair and now she is natural blonde, hair color is weird. With your mutual history of addiction and traumas that likely led to said addiction, along with his questionable judgment, re-driving without a license while on probation, it's unsurprising he doesn't trust you. My guess is the life you've both lived in the past was not conducive to building trust. If you're truly in a great place otherwise and you've turned your lives around together, give him the benefit of the doubt and try to move on from it, for the sake of your baby, once you get the results. If he continues to have trust issues, try therapy before moving on. Also, men are notoriously bad at pregnancy math. A lot of men have no idea that a pregnancy is dated from the first day of the last period. But if he is off by 2 months, he's really not good at math. If it were me in the current relationship I'm in, I would be sad, but I would agree to the test. When the tests obviously came back that he was the father, I would have a big conversation about if this is the relationship he wants to be in, one where he thinks he committed to a woman who would lie about if a child was his. It would not be a reflection on me, but him, and honestly I would look hard at what life I thought we had together. I wouldn't jump to ending it, but gosh, I'd assume he just doesn't know me how I thought he did. It's up to you to decide if this is a deal breaker. I would be heartbroken and would expect some significant moves on his part to work through his issues and learn what kind of person I actually am. It would be hard to move on from this. Assuming you might want to work this out. Tell him that once the test comes back showing he is the father, you expect him to get therapy and for both of you to get couples counseling. If this does not happen, you are gone. My 21 female boyfriend, 22M, is upset I'm going to the beach with my friends. Hey guys, my boyfriend and I have been together for about 1.5 years now and I would say everything is good in our relationship. Recently though my friends brought up the idea they wanted to go to the beach tomorrow. I mentioned it to him through text and he got dry and told me he needed time for himself. I told him I loved him and I'll be here whenever he needs me. PSA, these are my coworkers whom I have a good relationship with. About 2 weeks ago, they went to the beach and told me to come. I told my boyfriend THST time as well and his mood immediately changed. He said he would not be comfortable if I go and that he doesn't want me to. He told me that he's not fond of the guys there and said he does not want me wearing a bikini. I reassured him and said I would wear shorts and just a tube top instead. I did not end up going. Instead he suggested we go to a theme park together as it was hot and we did that instead. Keep in mind this is a mixed group of girls and guys, and his uncomfortableness comes from the fact that 2 guys tried to pursue me before we started dating but back off when I got into a relationship. He knows this. He hates when I go out with them even if it's out to eat, and I am really trying to put myself in his shoes and understand. It is more difficult because he only just hangs out with his guy friends. I've missed out many gatherings with them for his comfort, and sometimes I wish I could have gone. I would really like to go, but I don't know if I should. Anyone experience anything similar before and how to deal with it? I think it's just me having friends that are male in general that he hates. They know about my boyfriend as I talk about him to them all the time. Even the other day I was at work, I had a fever and girlfriend and guy friend came to feel my forehead and he got upset be touched my head. He told me, they know what they're doing and you know guys. I am just going kinda crazy in my head at this point. Also yes, I always ask him to come and he does not want to. TL. Dr. My, 21 female, boyfriend, 22 is upset I'm going to the beach with my friends because he does not trust them. Does your boyfriend also make sure you're back home by 10 and that you're getting good grades in biology? But seriously, a lot of people casually brush this off as normal, as if banning your significant other from being friends with half of the population is a normal occurrence. If he's this jealous and controlling now, it will only get worse as time passes. In 5 years you'll be waking up to the fact you have no friends, estranged from your family, and you have only the guy beside you in bed. Dump him now. Controlling guys like this never get better, only worse. 2 years is usually when you think people stop masking in a relationship and show their true colors. He's showing you who he really is with this crap, an insecure twit who won't even let you pay for lunch lest he be emasculated face with rolling eyes. This guy is jealous and controlling. You don't have to give up fun and friends just to coddle his insecurities. Matter of fact, you shouldn't have to change your wardrobe to cater to him either. There's nothing wrong with hanging out with a mixed group of friends. This guy is bad news. Stop dating a man that is so insecure he can't stand the thought of men seeing you in a bathing suit. This is not going to get better over time. The more you accommodate him trying to control you, the more he'll do it. I, F20, am losing attraction to my 20m boyfriend because he smells. For context, we have been dating for a few months, we don't live together. So not too long ago we were about to have sex. We were in the middle of foreplay and I went to give him head. I literally smelt shit. I kid you not, it smelt like someone hadn't washed their ass for multiple days. I made a visible disgusted face, which I'm not sure if he saw it. I came up with an excuse to not continue. A few days later we're about to do it again and I go down on him again. I kind of expected it, but was still grossed out when I smelt shit again. He had opened his legs a little and the smell literally wafted into my face. Now we get to 2 days ago. We were cuddling and I was laying on him. I snuggled in a bit and got a genuine whiff of poo. I had to take a second to pause since my head was nowhere near his ass. I've now realized that he doesn't really wash his clothes like ever, and I feel like he will put dirty clothes in a pile and then just pick from it when he needs it again. The smell is ingrained in my nostrils and it's all I can think about. I feel less attracted to him, and I have no clue what to do. I need advice on whether I should be straightforward and tell him to wash his ass and clothes. I say this because I know there is no way I can bring this up gently. Or should I just let it go? TLDR. Boyfriend smells like poo on multiple occasions. Think he doesn't wash him or his clothes properly. Should I tell him he stinks or leave it? Ask him why he smells like shit. Honestly, I'm old and don't have patience and I'd dump his smelly ass. Not smelling like shit is pretty much the bare fucking minimum. Girl. This man literally can't wipe his own ass at 20 years old and you're thinking of staying with him? Girl, break up with him. I don't think it's necessary to tell an adult to wash their ass. You're not his mother. Look for someone who has basic hygiene. It's not a lot to ask for. You are way too young to settle for someone who doesn't practice basic hygiene.